Mick here from Old Dog New Tricks. Going on a little bit of a trip for a couple of days. Going to head down the Mundel. This is a four-wheel drive track out the back of Perth. Pretty much runs to Albany. Bit of mixed terrain along the way. I've slid on a brand new Midas Enduro Trail Plus, which is their old EO7 Plus, and I put it on as a Dakar version. Pretty much put that tyre on because we've got about, the Mundel track's around 900 kilometres long. I'm getting on the track around the back of Serpentine. I've just sort of headed out of the city and done on a few blacktop miles. So we'll be getting on out the back of Serpentine there, grab a bit of, give the bike a bit of a drink, and first stop today will be around Collie. Do a bit of a refuel there and a reset, and yeah, pretty much take it from there. There's a nice sunrise coming up. Better do the right thing here and stop. Alright, time to give the 890 a drink. Alrighty, the Mundel starts. Well, I detoured a little bit just around the back of that hill over there. So I've jumped on what we call Gobby Road. So here we are, starting the trip of the Mundel. It's going to be a bit dusty today, but packed a spare air filter, with a skin on. I'm running the Twin Air pre-filter with the Uni-filter main. I keep that the twin air filter really clean. Like, I change that. If it's half dirty, I just swap it out. I'm really particular with keeping as much clean air into these bikes as possible. The airbox design's a little bit to be desired for, so it is what it is, so we just work with the best that we can. So take it pretty easy through here because kangaroos galore. They seem to put a dampener on the trip if you try to take one as a passenger. So I'd much rather not have enough weight on board. Not long ago I had my suspension done up here in Perth from JMS. It's due to that motorcycle service, Steve Moritz. Done a really good job. I went heavier on the rear spring with a revalve. So I'm using a 10 kilo spring now on the rear. Pretty much when I ride this, just in my riding gear and a day pack for day rides, I'm about 3 winds in on the preload, and my static sag's spot on around 35 mil. I'm using the G&L luggage pack on the back for this trip. So the horseshoe design, just you're over for a couple of nights. Got a backpack, a little bit of filming gear. So yeah, I've got a bit of weight on compared to what I normally have, and I've also just dialed it in a little bit more on the preload because I've got a fuel bladder. It's empty at the moment, but I'm just not real sure after Collie when I get to Lake Unicup if I'm going to need fuel. So I'd rather be looking at it than looking for it. So I'm pretty much 6 winds in on the preload now, so 6 whole turns, and sitting on 35 mil sag again. So yeah, the bike feels really good. I can feel it on the road, I can feel it here already. Just feels great. So my fork springs, I went at standard, they come with 0.67. I found I was just blowing through the top of the stroke. The top of the stroke felt really plush, but as soon as you start laying into it a bit, I was just blowing right through the whole stroke, so I had nothing holding me up in the front. So I went up to 3 spring rates. I went up to a 0.72. They're perfect for me for the way I ride. I use the full stroke. Yes, I still bottom out, but I've got to be going pretty hard to do that. Like, I've really got to be getting stuck into it, or, you know, sort of launching off sort of ski jumps without nice down ramps. Or, yeah, clearly a decent washout or G out. Compression and rebound, dial into conditions pretty much, but yeah, I had the full revalve on the forks as well. So just the rebound dampening now with my front and my rear is so much better than what stock was. Like, it's really noticeable. Just, you know, 1 to 2 changes on the clickers, you notice it. So yeah, it's really good. I try to dial my suspension in, especially with the rebound, that I have a neutral point and I can go 2 clicks either side of that, either for corrugations or long sandy whoops, and I find I can get it pretty sweet. So yeah, you want slower rebound and sand, and obviously faster rebound and hard pack. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the suspension now, really happy actually. So yeah, Steve did a great job on it at Joondalup Motorcycle Services. So JMS, he's been in Perth a long time, does a lot of bikes. Be doing an interview with him hopefully in the future, in the next couple of months. I'm going to sit down with him and just talk to him about suspension, especially for adventure bikes. We do big Ks on them. Conditions change. You want your bike set up so it can handle it. You know, it makes it a lot safer. Dandalup Dam. Water level's quite low actually. And then we're looking out down the valley with the coast being out there on the horizon. Got a funny feeling we're in mining country again. There's plenty of trees been air tagged for something. Welcome to Getting Lost with Mick. Oh, what have we got here? Clearly I'm allowed to be on here because they've got their hazards flying. Taking firewood's prohibited. Alright, copy that. Cheers, mate. That was relatively painless.
This is a really nice piece of trail just in the forest out off the power lines. I was really starting to enjoy this and was about to lay into it, and I did continue on a bit further. However, something occurred to me when I did stop, and as you're about to hear.
Alright, so I'm on my way back to my tent. My tent decided it didn't want to be on the bike anymore, so I lost it. Oh dear, things we do. I normally chuck my tent in my horseshoe bag, and yesterday I thought, no, I'll just strap it on. I'm not going hard today, it should be pretty easy riding. Yes, well, clearly that didn't work, so I will go back to my old ways when I don't drop anything. And Ben, if you're watching this video when it goes up, yes, that's probably what you call karma. So Ben and I were riding back from Canberra to this side of the country in August last year. So we get up in the Brindabella Ranges, and it's time to top up the camelbacks, and I said to Ben, where's the 5 litres of water? Ah, right. Well, clearly we didn't need that for the trip either. So anyway, karma gets you in many ways. So I just ran into the boys that I passed that were on this road in that service truck and machine, and I seen them out in a gravel road. I said, oh, did you guys see a tent? They're like, yeah, we're going to pick it up. Then we thought we'd leave it because we didn't know where you went. And, oh, there it is. And then you backtrack. So look at that, there's the tent. Lucky I didn't come flying down there, I would have missed that again. Hello tent. Nature hike. Look at that, hanging out in nature as intended. Anyway, we might rectify this situation and get old Nature Hike back on the bike.
Now the tent is safely mounted back onto the bike, I'm really starting to enjoy this trail that I'm on. I'm really glad I put a new tyre on with the EO7 Plus from the Midas range, and having the XT Dakar tyre on the front gave me lots of really good feel, and I could really feel the grip coming up through the handlebars. It was a really nice to run. I was still running 30 psi in the rear, 26 in the front, and it just felt so good. Everything was just working effortlessly. So yeah, it was really good. Oh mate, he pulled out of the way for me too, which was very kind of him. Heading down the power lines now. This actual road runs a long way north to south in Perth. It's quite challenging. A lot of the four-wheel drives get on it and have a good fun in winter, and it's pretty eroded out. There's lots of washouts. It is hard to tell from the footage. Some of the uphills and the downhills, like I said, the water erosion is very apparent. It's quite bumpy, it's rocky, and it can be challenging, so it's good fun, it's good practice. Yeah, and it's nice to make up a bit of time, because I had a few little mishaps throughout the morning, so it's just time to head out to one of the main roads that I'm aware of and punch out some quick minutes. And obviously that mirror needs attention when I get to town. Alright, we'll be back onto this soon, and enjoy the rest of the content, and catch up shortly. Just an update on the trip. It's going really well. The ride to Collie. Had a few little diversions on the way with the old lost tent. But managed to get it back, so these things happen. Suspension feels great. It's really tuned well. I'm glad I went 6 in on the preload. It definitely is feeling really comfortable in pretty much the majority of the riding. We'll be getting into some sand later, so maybe this afternoon or first thing in the morning. But yeah, the bike's going great. Tyres are great. Just checked my tyre pressures when I was in town and they're still mint. Yeah, it's a great ride. So anyone that's interested in doing the Mundel Trail, it's a good time to do it. It's not too hot and it's really enjoyable. Anyway, see you on the next one. Okay, so that concludes part 1 of a 2-part series of my trip in the southwest. I'm heading off now towards the back of Lake Unicup, hopefully to set up camp for the night. I'm sure we've all seen plenty of gravel roads already, so I will try and keep them to a bit more of a minimum. I hope you've enjoyed the content so far. I am new to this, filming and recording and posting on YouTube, so I hope to build this channel to something substantial in the future. I'm aware this takes time. Really appreciate your patience and your attendance, and if you like what you've seen, you can only improve. Please subscribe, hit like, and feel free to make any comments. It's all learning and future progress for me. Alright, keep rubber down and be safe, guys.